Hey, what's going on, people? I hope you guys are doing good. Today, we're gonna talk about a piece of tech that I feel like is a must-have in every household, and that is a small portable vacuum like this eufy H30 Mate. And in this video, we're gonna go over 5 ways I use this in my daily life. This video is sponsored by Eufy, and if at any point you feel like picking one of these up for yourself, check out the description as well as the pinned comment. But before we get into how I use this, let's talk about the vacuum itself. First off, inside the box, you get the vacuum itself, the charging base, and some bathroom reading material or paperwork. You get a removable battery, an AC adapter, 2-in-1 crevice tool, a mini motorized pet brush, and some wall anchors and screws for mounting the charging base to a wall. Aesthetically, when the dock is completely set up and you have all the tools set on the dock, it looks really nice. It's really small, it's sleek, it's lightweight. The vacuum just clicks right into its little cradle, and then the tools just attached to the side. This could easily go on a desk or a table, or like I said in the beginning, if you wanted to wall mount this, you easily can, thanks to the back of the dock having mounting holes. And to go along with the aesthetics, even the vacuum has a strip of carbon fiber that goes down the center of it. I don't know if it's real carbon fiber or not, but it definitely looks clean, and it just has like a sports car vibe to it, which matches its power and performance. So let's talk about that. The H30 Mate is incredibly powerful given its compact and lightweight size. And speaking of weight, it weighs 1.78 pounds, making this thing super light. I mean, you could just toss this thing around. But even though it's compact and light, it doesn't lack in the performance department. It has 2 different modes, Eco and Max, and you can adjust these modes with this little switch right here on the front. In Eco mode, it has a rating of 35 AW or air watts, and then in Max, it has 80 air watts. It's really powerful. So let me give you an example of what these different modes sound like. This is Eco. Now I'm gonna switch it to Max. You hear that difference? That's like overdrive. Eco, Max. That's crazy. So check it out. We're gonna go ahead and test the suction power of the H30 Mate. I have a few different things. We have some coffee beans, crackers, some raisins, and mystery powder. And of course I have the A7S III hooked up with the probe lens. Let's go ahead and test out the suction power of this little vacuum. So first things first, we're gonna do the coffee beans. I have the vacuum set to max. Let's do this, here we go. Handled it with no problem. Next up, we have the crackers. Let's go ahead and see how well it does with these crumbs. No problem. Got them all. Now we have some raisins. These are a little bit heavier, thicker, stickier. Let's see how well it does. Again, no problem whatsoever. So last but not least, I have some protein powder here. And this is gonna act as dust because it's very fine powder and it kind of goes everywhere. I saved this for last because I think it's gonna be the messiest. Let's check it out. Here we go. Look at that. It definitely got it all. So I would say that's pretty good. Now we have one more test. So there's a lot of pet hair down here because of that thing over there. So let's see how much pet hair I can suck up with the pet attachment and this vacuum. Go ahead and do a few passes. So let's go ahead and empty out the bin here and see how much hair and junk is inside because I can already see that it's pretty nasty. So all you have to do is just hit the trash can button right up above the mode switch and then slide this out. What's really cool is there's like a gasket around the filter, so it's really tight. And as you pull it, the gasket rubs against the filter to slice any hair to remove it from the filter. It worked pretty good. You can see some stragglers right there. So let's go ahead and empty out this filter, or this bin. So look at all that junk. That's from the table, but you can see the hair falling out too. There's quite a bit of pet hair falling out here just from that short little vacuum. So that either means that the vacuum is really good or my floor is really dirty. we're gonna go with the first one because I vacuum like every other day. So as you can see, the filter has like sharp little holes all over it, and that's gonna aid in the slicing process when you take off the bin. But to clean the filter, all you have to do is twist to unlock it and then pull it off. And the filter itself is fully washable. I mean, it even states it on the filter, it says washable. And all you have to do is just wash it really good, just under like some tap water, or if you're using like a water hose outside, you can pull out the filter just like so. Oh, look at all that. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash this little filter. And while it's drying, I'm gonna charge up the vacuum, and we're gonna get into how I use it in my daily life, because I think you guys might be interested on how I do that. When it comes to battery life on the H30 Mate, you could expect up to 20 minutes when using the Eco mode. If you're using the Max mode, it's a little bit over 10 minutes. Not bad considering how small and compact this vacuum is, especially given how powerful it is. When it comes to charging, it charges in 3.5 hours when using the dock, since the dock supplies fast charging. But in a pinch, if you don't have the dock and say this is in your car, you can actually use a DC plug, which is the one that comes, in the box, and you can plug it directly into the vacuum in the small opening on the bottom. So you don't have to dock it to charge it. You can actually just charge it directly using the plug and the vacuum itself in case you're not around the dock, or if you want to pick up a spare charger, you can do so. So you have some options. Now 3.5 hours may not be the fastest charging times, but I think most people are gonna be just fine, especially considering that this vacuum is meant for quick cleanups. The cool thing is you could always pick up extra batteries since they can easily be swapped if you need to do a longer cleanup job. So now, let's talk about how I use this in my daily life. The first way that I use the H30 Mate is to clean my windowsills, as well as the area between the screen and the window itself. There's like a little crevice, and for that I use the 2-in-1 crevice tool. It's perfect. Plus this vacuum is modular. I have a kit coming in, it's like 30 bucks, and it extends the length of this vacuum, so that way I can get hard to reach places like on top of cabinets and things like that. The next way that I use the vacuum is to clean keyboards or my drawers in my office. Again, the 2-in-1 crevice tool is great for this. I just push down the brush, and then I can get in between the keys on the keyboard and remove any dust or debris. And it also works great for inside of drawers. A really weird, unconventional way that I use this vacuum is to clean my filter in my dryer. I have an older dryer because I rent and I'm just not buying appliances right now until I buy a house. So that it gets really dusty and there's like a lot of lint and debris from drying my clothes. So I use the vacuum to get in between the cracks and crevices where the filter goes, and I also use it to clean the filter to avoid any mess. And speaking of dryer, I also use the vacuum to clean the inside of my shoes. So I'm a sneakerhead, I have a ton of shoes, and whenever I clean my shoes, I use the 2-in-1 crevice tool to get in between the cracks and crevices inside my shoe to remove any debris like little pebbles, dirt, or anything else that might be stuck in my shoe. Especially on the insert, like a lot of pieces of lint or fabric get stuck to the insert of the shoe from my sock, and I use the vacuum to get off all of that. And of course, being that this vacuum is super portable, another way that I use it is to just keep it in my car whenever I go on road trips, or if I need to do a quick vacuum job in my car. The 2-in-1 crevice tool works great for getting in between the seats or hard to reach places. And of course, the mini motorized brush works great for just vacuuming your carpet in your car. So this is great for bringing on road trips or long extended drives. If you happen to have a mess in your car, you don't have to wait till you find a vacuum. You can just vacuum it right up. The last way that I use this vacuum is to clean bags, whether it's a backpack or a suitcase. I get a lot of weird stuff stuck in my bag, and this helps me get everything out, because a lot of the times if I shake it, the things just don't fall out. Whether it's food or other types of debris, anything that could possibly damage my camera equipment, I can clean out using this vacuum. And that's definitely important. And what's great is if I happen to suck up something that's important, like a screw or a piece of gear, I can easily see it inside of the bin and then just take it out whenever I empty the bin. So I definitely appreciate that. So that was a look at the eufy H30 Mate. It's an incredibly portable, powerful vacuum that you can use on many different occasions, as I just demoed. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this vacuum. Currently, you can pick it up on sale for about 20 bucks off. I'll drop a link in the description as well as the pinned comment in case you feel like checking it out yourself. I really like it and I can definitely recommend it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one.